This is a good news, bad news story. The good news is that this corn crop behind me did pretty well. It's tall, it's lush, it's dark green. The bad news is that most of the other crops didn't do so well.
It tried to shoot new roots out here, but it's just so wet it can't do anything.
This is the Cole Hagen farm in Jasper County, Indiana. It stretches for miles. And this is their lake. If you listen, you can even hear the frogs. But now look a little closer. See that stuff in the water? It's actually corn. This lake isn't supposed to be here. This used to be a cornfield. Since the end of May, experts say there have been 20 inches of rainfall here. Normally, they get 6 inches.
During this time period, it was just too much rain, too fast, and we had a lot of ponding in fields, and then the ponding is what killed some crops and stunted the others.
In some fields, several acres have been just washed away. And as it happens, they say these are the fields where they've done all the work. The rest has been sitting in water for weeks. The crops are ruined. Sometimes they can replant, but this far into the season, it's just too late. It's devastating to farmers who have lost half their crop.
Ultimately, as far as the weather goes, we can't determine that, and we can depend on the good Lord for that. And that's where I guess this is also very humbling in realizing that we're not in control of that. And that's where, even in this situation, we have to dig deep in our faith, and this is what helps kind of form character.
Brian Overstreet with the Purdue Extension Office in Jasper County has surveyed the damage.
It should be head high by 4th of July generally with our hybrids that we grow now. And but I've walked fields this week that weren't even up to halfway up my calf, and it's just trying to decide whether to try to continue fertilizing and trying to get it to go, or if it's just say throw up the white flag and say mercy and give up on it.
And if you think because you live in Maryville, Valpo, or Gary that this doesn't affect you, think again.
We feed the world with the crops. I mean, the crops we produce here are used as additives in a lot of foods. A lot of it goes into feed for the livestock feed. It's in this area. So that's when those costs go up, that eventually ends up on the grocery table, our grocery cart. So I mean, it's a trickle-down effect. I mean, when the supply gets lower, and the demand's high, it affects the prices.
So what's the bottom line? Well, if they're lucky, they had crop insurance, so they'll get a little help there. They're also looking to get some help from the state, but by and large, they're going to have to write this entire crop off. It's going to be a tough year for Indiana farmers. So the next time you sit down for that meal, have a good thought for the farmers. In Jasper County, Stephen Lattimore, Lakeshore Report.